Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. It's Tuesday and we're going to do a Celtic cross. I haven't done a Celtic cross in quite a while. So I've had a look through my cards. I've chose some cards that, again, I haven't used for a while. The Witch's Tarot, the Secret Language of Colour cards, Sacred Spirit reading cards, and the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. What are we going to start with? We'll start with the Tarot. Oh, of course, we're doing a Celtic cross. Silly me. Right, let's give these cards a shuffle. I've got a little bit of space here to be able to do a Celtic cross, so let's take advantage of the space. What are you waiting for, Divine Masculine? I'm not sure what it is. That's going on here. I feel we will unravel the story as we go. Okay. Let's have a look here. I'm not liking this energy in the Two of Cups. Okay, here you are. We're talking about your worth. You recognising your worth, okay? You can see it's a masculine on his horse. He's like the golden child, okay? You should be victorious this lifetime, Divine Masculine. Now, the block here is the Two of Cups. And I feel this being, when I say a karmic energy, this is an energy that's here to teach you lessons and not hold you back, but it's kind of you're tied. It's like you're tied at the wrists. And so this is about this lifetime. All the time that you're tied to this feminine, you're not going to achieve your full potential that you are meant to experience this lifetime. Seeing as you're tied at the wrist, there's no cord, there's none of this with it. It's kind of been cut. So I don't feel it's a true love connection, but this is what the block is. And the reason I say that is you can see the cord here. And it's attached to someone else. That's the cord that attaches you to your true love, your divine one, your other half, your true other half. Okay. It feels like this cord has been broken, or maybe you're trying to make a cord out of nothing, because this will just lead to nothing, this connection. Okay, so first card is what we're talking about. Second card is what your block is. Let's read the meanings. I'm in no rush. That feels like the energy that you're in, is that you're in no rush. Well, let's make sure that we it's like, let's make sure we get you a good message out then. Some clarity maybe, because I feel you're in no rush to leave this connection that's dead. Okay, let's have a look. We're talking about the Six of Wands. Feel like I've got to tuck my hair behind my ear so that you can hear. Are you listening? A proud warrior returns triumphantly from battle. 5 other wands can be seen. Let's hold it up so you can see it. A proud warrior returns triumphantly from battle. 5 other wands can be seen being held up behind the rider, and in the background, as if by a crowd, as he moves past them. Okay. There's something about you leaving the crowd. In the background, The sky is blue and a bright sun shines down on the rider and horse. The warrior is tired but looks pleased to be home. He wears golden armour, denoting his status, and a fire red tunic with gold knotwork, featuring dragons, the elemental creature of fire. Okay, I'm just going to pick up on what I'm thinking as I'm reading through this. So the warrior is tired, but looks pleased to be home. So you are tired. I feel like you're tired of putting on an act. Okay. Act in a certain way, and it's not the way that you're actually feeling. The dragons symbolised on the warrior's tunic are interwoven upon themselves and represent the never-ending cycle of nature and life. Okay, the interwoven upon themselves. That's what I feel like this cord, there's a knot in it. Looks more like a curtain tassel, a curtain tie back. We tie back the curtain now. So I feel that this is what's stopping you from seeing the truth. You're stuck in an illusion. Okay. The man's red flowing cape has gold knotwork in the trim and trails over the back of his brown horse. The horse's parade cloak is also a bright red with a matching dragon knot motif. These vibrant fiery colours on the warrior's armour, tunic and cloak indicate pride and accomplishment. And I do feel you're letting your actual, because it says you're too proud. It's like to see the truth, to admit the truth. And you're allowing your pride to get in the way. And that I do feel could be your crowd. Okay, they're getting in the way. The soldier holds in his right hand a tall, blooming hawthorn wand. Tied to that wand is... I'm not going to scrap this reading. I think that it's important here. Okay. It is important. The soldier holds in his right hand a tall, blooming hawthorn wand. Tied to that wand with a red ribbon is a green laurel wreath, which illustrates his triumph return. Classically, a laurel wreath symbolises the god's favour. In the language of flowers, the laurel leaf declares achievements. Dragons naturally are associated with the element of fire. In our fire-associated wand suit, the dragon represented in this card is symbolic. Dragons were popular in heraldic designs as they represent courage, leadership and overcoming obstacles. Okay. Classically, a laurel wreath symbolises the god's favour. It's kind of like God's asking you to do him a favour. You are needed. The meaning of this card is this is a victory card symbolising achievement, recognition, compliment, success, accomplishment and well-deserved accolades after hard work. You can overcome any obstacle if you work at it, but I feel like you're trying to work at this big obstacle that's in the way rather than looking at other options. This is the only option that you can see, and you keep trying to work at this, trying to build something out of nothing. It's like there is no spark there. Okay. But lots of dragons. So I feel like you're kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say community, but the crowd that you're hanging out with are not good for you. This come through yesterday, just very quickly into my mind. It was like, who are the 5 people that you spend the most time with? And then I don't need to say anymore. Who are the 5 people that you associate most with, as in you spend your time with? That would be a reflection of your own life. So this is a victory card symbolising achievement, recognition, compliment, success, accomplishment and well-deserved accolades after hard work. You can overcome any obstacle if you work at it. This card can also remind us to hang in there. Times may be tough, but you will get through it and come out victorious if you keep trying. Well, the keywords is victory, achievement, recognition for a job well done, compliments and success, accomplishment after hard work. Interesting, because the reversed is delay in a project, delay to your success, not being recognised for your hard work, a crossed condition. I feel like a bit crossed energies, like an angry, cross, frustrated environment. Okay. It's kind of like that you don't really want to cross paths with this person, but you have crossed paths with them. That's interesting, because I felt the karmic connection, but then also crossing paths with your divine one. Let's find out some more about this. So the challenge is the Two of Cups. A man and a woman stand before a beautiful, calm and sparkling lake. They are facing each other and are smiling and happy. The woman's gown is ocean blue and has long flowing sleeves. The man's clothes are watery shades of blue and green, in a nod to the ruling element of water that the cup's card represents. With their front hands, they are each holding out a silver cup and toasting each other. Their back hands are bound together at the wrists with a golden cord, symbolising that they are hand-fasted. Where the rim of the silver cups touch, there is a bright glowing light radiating out. Both the man and woman have a chaplet or wreath of flowers in their hair, made of violets, white roses, white and purple pansies, and deep green ivy. The violets are sacred to the goddess Venus, and these flowers speak of a faithful lover. The white roses in the couple's chaplet symbolise new beginnings and true love. The cheerful pansies tell us that the couple shares loving thoughts, and the ivy represents the fidelity of marriage vows held sacred. Okay. This connection is the block, because this isn't the connection that you are living, even though you like to believe that you are. The Two of Cups represents relationships, specifically between two people. This card symbolises balance and equality. Here is a magical union that binds together heart, body and soul in the best possible way. When this card sails into a reading, it symbolises romance and engagement, or a happy marriage or romantic relationship. This card may also be a sign of an upcoming wedding or hand-fasting ceremony, depending on the cards that fall around it, such as the Four of Wands. And that will be the marriage with the Divine Feminine, with your divine counterpart, who's on the other end of this cord. The Two of Cups may also indicate a close friendship or successful and happy business partnership. It illustrates the hope of a new journey together as a couple, and shows us that there are always new emotional opportunities for supportive friendships, as well as a true and lasting love. Now, okay, the reading doesn't sound really too bad at the moment, unless, when I'm reading from the book, unless you take into account, I'm just about to sneeze, my input. Bless me. Excuse me. Okay. And the reason why I can see that this is a connection that isn't going to bloom anything is because of the cards falling around. Okay, those two cards. And I said, what are you waiting for, Divine Masculine? And I'll give you a quick glimpse of what it looks like in your future position. And the outcome is, well, you got two cards, but it was this karmic energy and the wolves and her crowd. So it's like you may believe that she is like your flame. This is a fake, a false flame. And how you feel about it, well, that's your pride getting in the way, because that there is your Divine Feminine. You've got death there. Anyway, we'll get round to it, won't we? Once we go around these cards. We're going to go around the cards. Good luck with that one. Okay, so what's happened in the past? You've received a bombardment of messages already, knowing that rapid change is on its way and things will be happening quickly. This feels like you're really grasping onto your old life here. Okay, it's kind of like the final chance. I'm not even sure it's a final chance. It's like this has to work. I believe you might be quite petrified of the signs that have been coming in. But there's no people in here. These are signs coming straight at you. Let's have a look at the Eight of Wands. Okay. I wasn't sure if I finished the Two of Cups card, but it doesn't matter. 8 blooming hawthorn wands adorned with red ribbons shoot down from a beautiful blue sky. This is, I believe, is your awareness. I mean, there it is. There's a sign to where your cord is leading you to. Okay. In the background, we see a silver lake, green valley, and mountains. The tranquil backdrop is in direct contrast to the 8 wands that are rushing into view. The 8 wands are coming back to earth as it were. This can symbolise that many creative possibilities are falling into place. Also, the journey is coming to the happy end. All you hoped for is about to occur and success is at hand. Excitement, activity, change and movement are the messages of this card. The 8 of Wands is one of the few minor arcana cards that does not have any people, animals or creatures in it. All we see is landscape and the 8 wands hurtling towards the ground. This card is basic and simple in the best possible way, and so is its meaning. This is a card of movement and manifestation. That's interesting because I said, what are you waiting for? This is a card of manifestation, a masculine waiting for something. When the 8 of Wands flies into a reading, it is a notice that projects that were once delayed are coming to a swift completion. This is a positive and exciting card full of motion and action. Spells that were cast will happily manifest now. Often this card will symbolise travel for business or pleasure, and typically this is travel by air. The 8 of Wands can also mean long-distance communication between business partners. This is a time where fresh ideas and creativity rule, and swift and decisive action is the order of the day, and you've prolonged it, making any kind of decisive action. You're allowing fear to get in the way. The key words is movement, action, things coming to a swift completion, the positive manifestation of spell work, travel for business or pleasure, and typically travel by air, long distance communication. The reverse is a situation that drags on forever, spells that stall, trouble with air travel, and cancelled flights. So are you waiting for things to turn around? That's what I feel. It's like you may be going through some bad luck. You're trying to put a smile on your face and act as if everything's okay. Oh, that took me to Silk Sonic. Put a smile on my face. Okay. But it's like you've received the signs and then you haven't ignored them. You just, I don't know, you're waiting for more. Okay. I feel like you're going to be attracting more grief. 3 of Wands. And that's not good, is it? No. A brown-haired young man stands high on a cliff overlooking the water and the horizon. This is the current energy for you. His high vantage point allows him to see the big picture. In his left hand, he holds a blooming and beribboned wand of hawthorn. Just behind him, 2 more wands are planted in the ground as if in support. The man has a band around his head to keep his hair out of his eyes and his vision of the future clear. He wears an orange tunic and a red, rich cloak. These fiery colours are a visual link to the element of fire, which correlates with the suit of wands. The young man gazes out on the calm sea, where there are 2 ships sailing in the distance, as if he is waiting for his ships to come in. Perhaps he is waiting to board one of those boats and set off on new adventures so he can explore the unknown. This is an exciting... he is actively waiting. He is actively watching, waiting and letting events unfold. This is an exciting card and one full of possibilities and impending success. The bright sky and calm seas illustrated in this card show that this is an optimistic card, that the future looks that the future looks bright. The meanings: when the Three of Wands turns up in a reading, it illustrates a time of expectation. The querents may be waiting for news about a project or a proposal. The overall theme of this card is optimism and active waiting. It shows the beginning of a project and the hope that comes from making plans for a new career or life. Remember that things are always in motion. Nothing is at rest and change is constant. The Three of Wands usually represents the person receiving the reading. This card may also be nudging you towards taking on more of a leadership role at work or in your coven. This is a time of expansion and growth. Be like the watcher in the Three of Wands. Keep a sharp eye and allow events to unfold. There is a reason to be optimistic and to have hope. The future looks bright. And then I think the confusion comes in. The future looks bright, and you think the future looks bright with this energy, like things are going to be turning around. They're not going to be turning around in this situation. Like I said, I feel like you'll just be manifesting more grief for yourself until you learn the lesson. I said this feminines here, they're sent to teach us lessons that we're needing to learn. Okay, so that's the now position. But then the energy, I don't know, maybe waiting too long. It's like you've already received the signs. The Four of Cups, this is a future. This doesn't look good. Not just that, but she's a mermaid, but I feel this is the same karmic energy. And she's watching you in grief. And I don't know whether or not she's enjoying it, or I don't know. Is this it then, for life? Is this what you're signing up for? I mean, the Two of Cups are there. Doesn't look a great card, does it? It's like you have your own cup, but you're even refusing to take any kind of love cup. She has her cup. Let's read about the Four of Cups, your future position. It's like your future position if you don't make a decision. It's more if you don't make the right decision. Because you are making decisions, but you're making the wrong decisions, wrong choices. The Four of Cups, a young boy sits on the banks of a lagoon, sulking beneath a weeping willow tree. A waterfall is in the background. While it may be a beautiful day with blue skies and puffy clouds, the boy's arms are crossed over his chest and his head is down. In front of him sit 3 silver cups, and he seems to be brooding about them. Off to the boy's side, a blue-eyed mermaid with platinum blonde hair is holding a 4th cup, and she is lying out in the surf. The pearls in her hair and around her wrist are associated with the lunar and feminine energies, and they represent dreams of what yet may be. The elemental mermaid is fair, whereas the boy is dark, and they are a contrast. However, they have very similar expressions. Perhaps she is mimicking the boy's expression in the hopes of teasing a smile out of him. The mermaid waves her gorgeous blue and green striped tail up and behind her, patiently waiting for the boy to look up and see the opportunities within his reach, to accept the help that she is trying to offer him. The willow tree in this card is associated with the moon and the element of water. In the language of flowers, the willow represents patience. I don't feel that this feminine is going to be able to get you to open up. For some reason, the cord's cut. You don't really want to talk about anything to anyone. Everything's okay. This card illustrates boredom and feeling stuck in a rut or dissatisfied with your life. However, adventure, change and assistance are being presented to you. You just need to open up your eyes to discover and perceive those new enchanting possibilities. Help is coming from an unexpected place. Snap out of it. Be thankful for the blessings in your life and reevaluate where you currently stand. Keyword, snap out of the funk you are in. Change, adventure and opportunity await you. Quit moping and do something positive. Assistance is coming from an unexpected place. What's assisting you behind the scenes? Well, you're going through a rebirth. A completely new version of you, a new way of doing things. Okay, once you've learnt this lesson. And because you're going through the rebirth, so you are learning the lessons, and this feminine's got a lot to teach you. Okay. It's like for you to be able to move on into your... well, it's an incarnation within an incarnation. Yeah. I think the Oracle of Shadows and Light says that. There's a card that says that. That's what comes to mind. But you could be a bit fiery tempered. The other day I put out a reading about the Divine Feminine. She looked like the devil. And although it was a death card. And we have to be forgiving to ourselves on how we change when we're going through the change. Okay, you will come out the other side. Death. But it feels like you're stuck in the middle of this. Which you can't go back. You can't really go back. You know that. You can't go back, but you're fearful of the unknown. Okay. Or when will you even get to the other side? Let's read the Death card. This is what's assisting you behind the scenes. The Death card is one of the most misunderstood cards in the tarot deck. Rarely does it symbolise physical death. Instead, what it announces is radical change in the querent's life. In this card, Death's skull is lit with a glowing fire. There's quite a lot. It's made mention of quite a lot of fire energy. Okay, at the beginning of the reading, really. Death's skull is lit with a glowing fire. The skull is a symbol of human mortality, and it is the seat of the mind. The greenish yellow flames represent the mind's energy and power. Death's armour is dark and well used. His white horse has glowing eyes and a bridle with skull and crossbones trim. Death carries a flag that announces transformation. The flag is emblazoned with the number 13, the number of the full moons in a year. And the flower on the flag is a 5-petalled white rose, symbolising the natural cycles of life. The brilliant red skies of sunset in the background correspond to the close of the day and the close of one chapter in your life. A child stands before death with an offering of a banquet. A child stands before death with an offering of a bouquet of white daisies. Bound together with ribbons in the triple goddess colours of white, red and black. That feels like when I said God's favour, asking you to do favour. It's really to help assist the Divine Feminine now, the goddess energy. Okay. So a child stands before death with an offering of a bouquet of white daisies bound together with ribbons in the triple goddess colours of white, red and black. In the language of flowers, white daisies symbolises innocence. It is important to note that the child is looking up and facing death while holding out the flowers. And I actually feel like this is your own inner child. Your own inner child would want you to have a fulfilling, beautiful, happy, true love relationship. They are within you. They're wanting you to have that. And it's like this is a return to innocence. You get to have that this lifetime. And it feels like it's time. It's like the god needs to be with the goddess now. Okay. It is important to note that the child is looking up and facing death while holding out the flowers. He is happy, trusting and unafraid of this night. He welcomes the change. The child represents hope. Go within, Divine Masculine. What would your inner child like to experience now as an adult, as a Divine Masculine? This card represents change. In order for something new to grow, something old has to give way. This card often shows up in readings for pregnant women, which makes sense. Think about it. Their way of life is about to change forever. Their lives are about to transform into something else, new and exciting. This card also symbolises other important endings and beginnings in your life. Birth, marriage, new job, leaving for college, moving, etc. Basically, one way of life is gone, allowing room for new beginnings and opportunities to emerge. The key words are transformation, change, endings and beginnings, cycles of nature and of life. What's assisting you behind, what's going on behind the scenes? It's like whether you like it or not, you're going through this. How do you feel about this situation? It's dark. It's like it's a fucking nightmare. It's like you've got the Grim Reaper watching over you. It's like you're trying not to face the Divine Feminine here, but that's what you're being shown. I imagine you're being shown dreams in your dream state. Okay, all the messages, they've been coming towards you. This is past energy. You've received so many signs. And the more that you try to, you'll understand this along the journey, the more you try to block something out, the more you resist, the more it persists. So the more signs. So you can try and cut cords and the signs will still keep coming around. Okay. It's like it's reminding you that there's something important for you to do. Interesting, because I was looking at where the light was coming from. It's like a tall candle, isn't it? This is the shadow side. It's the moon card. It spoke about 13 being on the flag here, and the 13 moons that we experience every year. Well, let's read the shadow side. Okay, hold on a second. That's not the moon energy, because I've got the moon energy. The shadow side is the devil. Your pride, your ego, facing your ego. Okay. This is how you feel about the situation, how you feel about yourself, and you have the shadow side. The shadow side replaces the traditional devil card. Witches don't identify with the concept of a devil figure, the Divine Feminines. They don't identify with the concept of a devil figure. So you're not the devil, Divine Masculine. You're just experiencing and facing your shadow side, your dark side. The shadow side shows what happens when you let fear and panic take over. This card illustrates a couple cringing away from a shadowy and frightening figure. They are alone in a sinister forest. Clearly their fear is ruling them. I actually felt that was a Divine Feminine. If it is, she'd be a witch and she wouldn't believe in this devil energy. Okay. The clothes of the man and woman are dark and dreary, representing their unhappiness at being in a dark place in their lives. I did share on the community tab, Jess Glynn, Hold My Hand. That was when I was getting the energy coming through that Divine Masculine, it's time for you to join forces and hold the Divine Feminine's hand. Are you ready for this? There's no denying. The posture and expression of the couple illustrates their fear and show that they have inadvertently given away their power to someone or something else. Running and hiding from the shadowy creature is not helping the couple, nor are they finding any comfort. I actually feel that this is talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. There was another song as well that was channeled through the other day. I'll attach it in the description box. Worth watching the video. It's Tina Arena, I'm in Chains. But at the end of the video, you notice she's kind of letting all the light in, okay? And I felt, oh, that's over now. No longer is the divine feminine feeling really trapped in by this connection. She's free. Okay, well, she's getting there. But I feel like you're both at this stage where you're ready for each other now. Okay. So running and hiding from the shadowy creature is not helping the couple, nor are they finding any comfort. Instead, they must turn and face their fears and stop letting situations and people frighten, intimidate, or upset them. We all must walk through dark times now and again. The question is, are you going to rise to the occasion and defeat your fears? Will you face the challenging people in your life and deal with the situations head on? Or will you whimper and fret about it? Face your adversities and fight back with honour and integrity. You will defeat those who challenge you. And as a divine masculine, as a divine feminine, they are like must-haves, must-have traits. Face your adversities and fight back with honour and integrities, and you will defeat those who challenge you. The meaning of this card symbolises that you are allowing someone else or a situation to have power over you. The old coven mate who left in high drama, the in-law from hell, or the boss you cannot please. This is a person who can walk into a room and ruin your day because you let them. Break those chains and walk out of the shadows. Stop giving away your power and stand strong. What is important to remember is that you can break free of your reaction anytime you wish. It's time to embrace the shadow side of your personality and to really look your fears in the face. Come to terms with whatever is holding you back. Stop cowering. Work to find balance and courage. And I think you know that. This is your position on how you're feeling about things. You know what you need to do because you've already had the signs anyway. How does this affect others? Well, we've got the wheel of the year. So you're definitely being affected by the moon energy. It's been picking up on it. And so I feel like with each cycle of the moon, something else happens in your life. I feel like it's a monthly occurrence. There's a series of misfortunate events. Okay, you're hoping things are going to change, not all the time that you're with this crowd. So you're really causing more grief for yourself currently, but you can change this at any time. So how does this affect others? The wheel of the year, the wheel of fortune. Now that can turn either way. Card number 10. A silver lunar pentagram is surrounded by the 8-spoked golden solar wheel of the year. In the background, we see bright blue skies and soft clouds. If I hold it up that way, you can kind of see it. I think that's a divine feminine. I think that's the Empress card behind there. I'm not too sure, but... So, if it is, and I talk about that wheel turning, okay, divine feminine, I feel the wheel is turning for her. Fortune is on her side. What about you, divine masculine? It's like it's time for you to be paired up with your counterparts so that you can, both of you together, will get this wheel in motion. A silver lunar pentagram is surrounded by the 8-spoked golden solar wheel of the year. In the background, we see bright blue skies and soft clouds. This card evokes the magic and mystery of the wheel of the year, all 8 Sabbaths and the 4 seasons and cycles of nature. The 4 seasons and their corresponding tarot suits are illustrated together. The earth element is represented by the pentacle and the winter solstice with holly, the classic Yuletime plant. In magical herbalism, holly is used for good luck and protection. In the bottom right, we see pink cherry blossoms for the spring equinox together with the sword, which are both associated with the element of air. The cherry blossoms, a classic spring flowering tree, signify nobility and chivalry. In the bottom left corner, there are vibrant green oak leaves for the summer solstice and the blooming hawthorn wand from our deck. Both the wand and the season of summer correspond beautifully with the element of fire. Here, the foliage of the midsummer oak represents health, wisdom, virtue, and long life. Finally, in the upper left-hand corner of the card, we see an enchanting mixture of beautiful orange maple leaves in the autumn combined with acorns for the harvest. The cup suit is aligned with the autumn season, as autumn is linked to the element of water. The maple leaves symbolise elegance, beauty and energy, while the acorns bring prosperity and wisdom. So what's the meaning of this card then? This card symbolises the magic of the 4 seasons and the energies of the wheel of the year. When this card turns up in a reading, it is a message to work with the energies and the cycles of nature that are currently around you and not against them. This means rest. This means rest and introspection in the winter, new beginnings, growth and opportunities in the spring, energy, excitement, bounty and vibrancy in the summer, and abundance and reminders to prepare, gather and remember in the autumn. Expect there to be change, as all of life is forever transforming and growing. This card classically represents good luck, opportunity and a fortuitous event. The keywords: the Wheel of the Year, celebrating the Sabbaths and Esbats, good luck, working with the energies and magic of each season. Who does this affect? Because that's a position. How does this affect others? And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Queen of Earth. Definitely divine feminine energy. I felt more Empress though. But it's the Queen of Pentacles here. So, how does this affect others? It affects the divine feminine. It's like she's in position, prime position. Queen of Pentacles. Like she's ready for the Empress position, but she needs an Emperor by her side. I think you got the message. I've gone to the King. Well, let's read about the Queen first. The beautiful and exotic Queen of Pentacles sits on her floral throne, a bower of climbing red roses growing above her. She has dark eyes, and green ribbons are worked into the braids of her raven-coloured hair. Her gown is in shades of earthly green. She wears a crown made of golden leaves and set with square-cut emeralds. On the Queen's forehead, she wears a red bindi. This is a symbol of the mystical third eye and of wisdom. In particular, the red colour of the gems in her bindi design represent honour, love and prosperity. As befits royalty, around her throat is a heavy, rich necklace of square-cut emeralds. The emerald is an enchanting stone that gifts its wearer with bliss and loyalty. The Queen holds a golden pentacle in her right hand, and in the crook of her left arm, she holds a bouquet of white and green tulips, honeysuckle, and golden wheat bound together with pale green ribbons. Behind the Queen's throne is a beautiful landscape and blue skies, while an adorable brown dog sits at her feet. The flowers the Queen holds are all linked to the element of earth. Green tulips symbolise prosperity and luck in love. Honeysuckle, wealth and devoted affection. And the wheat, abundance and riches. That sounds very good, doesn't it? How things are turning around for the divine feminine. The flowers the queen holds are all linked to the element of earth. Green tulips symbolise prosperity and luck in love. Honeysuckle, wealth and devoted affection. And the wheat, abundance and riches. The red roses in the bower around the queen signify beauty and love. The dog corresponds to the element of earth and is a sign of loyalty and companionship. The meaning: when the Queen of Pentacles appears in a reading, look for the ultimate Earth Mama. This card represents a mature woman who may have dark hair and eyes. She is practical and has a deep love of nature and a spiritual connection to the earth. While this queen is sensual, gorgeous, and loves beautiful things, she will work hard to get and maintain the things she cherishes. Gardening, cooking, or redecorating, she is always creating or tending to something or someone. This queen is happiest when she is nurturing others. She is a devoted wife and mother, an amusing friend, a generous hostess, and a passionate lover, all rolled into one. The Queen of Pentacles is often linked to the Empress card. If they should both turn up in a reading, motherhood is the prime focus. The Queen of Pentacles is the definite nurturer card. This card speaks of welcoming, cosy homes, happy families, beloved pets, loyal friends, fun, and affection. The message of the Queen of Pentacles is to embrace your love of the beautiful things in this world. Create a beautiful and magical atmosphere for yourself and your loved ones. And I feel that that's the message coming from the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine. The message of the Queen of Pentacles is to embrace your love of the beautiful things in this world. Create a beautiful, magical atmosphere for yourself and your loved ones. Keywords: an earth sign woman, a homemaker in the best sense of the word, emotional fulfillment, generous hostess, loyal friend, nature lover, earth mama, devoted wife and partner, hearth and home, motherhood. Loud and clear. Hopes or fears? Moving on. Six of Swords. Where are you off to? Feels like it's a masculine here who'd just rather go solo. Doesn't really want anything to do with it. Well, he has everything to do with it. Okay. Six of Swords. Let's have a look. Hopes or fears? I'm just going to read the meaning. Okay. Whereabouts are the swords? Thank you. Let's have a look. Traditionally, when the Six of Swords sails into a reading, it means travel over water. Today, it shows movement and progress of any kind. The querent may be planning a trip for pleasure or business. This card signifies that it is a good time for movement, change, and the experience that travel brings. Expect forward movement, improvements to the current situation, a new job, moving to a new home, and of course, travel for pleasure. Enjoy the journey. There is smooth sailing ahead. Okay, so you're definitely going places, but you might be going places on your own first. Like feeling the need just to get away, have some space. Let's have a look and see if it shows us where you're going to. I feel like you're going to have a little chat with your inner child. Well, he looks like a teenager maybe here. Your inner lad. Okay. He's got the cord, but he just needs to make contact. So this is a masculine who is the dragonfly is coming through. It spoke about the dragon as well. He's got a pussycat with him. Let's read about the Page of Wands, just the meaning. I feel this is about saying hello, reaching out. It's about connecting the ties. So kind of like what's tying you down in life. Nothing should be tying you down or tiring you down. Okay, Page of Wands, let's have a look. Where are the wands? Here they are. So this is an auspicious card and a cheerful one. When the Page of Wands announces himself into a reading, be prepared for happy news and exciting times. So I feel the Divine Masculine is not going to be coming forth or saying hi until he's truly ready. I actually feel like he's willing and waiting at the moment, but for some kind of sign, and then he'll be ready. Because he's still looking for a sign here. Okay. So the young Page of Wands is travelling. In the background, oh, we're actually going to read what's going on in the card. Okay, we can do that. You want to know what's going on? The young Page of Wands is travelling. In the background, we can see mountains and a bright blue sky. He is a young teenage boy with dark red hair and grey eyes. He wears sturdy travelling clothes, a soft golden tunic and a bright red travelling cape. The element of fire is represented by the warm colours of his clothes and his golden pendant. Around the page's neck is a large medallion in the shape and colours of the sunflower. In his right hand he holds a blooming and beribboned hawthorn wand like a walking stick. His left hand is up and cupped to the far side of his face as if he is shouting out a call. The page's expression shows us that he is bellowing for all he is worth. He is a news bearer and takes his job seriously and performs it with gusto. The Page of Wands brings enthusiasm and happiness wherever he goes. Accompanying him on his travels is an orange tabby cat. The tomcat is his familiar and trots alertly along with the page. Cats are classically associated with the element of fire, and this wise orange tabby is a fitting companion for our page as he travels abroad and shares his good news. The sunflower is associated with solar magics, secrets? It doesn't say that, it says success and fame. The clumps of ivy on either side of the Page of Wands and his familiar symbolise good luck and ward off negativity. I feel this could be him, like, standing up for himself as well, speaking up, okay, acting in integrity and honour, and saying goodbye to people that he needs to, the negative ones. Anyway, this is an auspicious card and a cheerful one. When the Page of Wands announces himself into a reading, be prepared for happy news and exciting times. Typically, this news will come from a younger person. Watch for a young, fair-haired person. The Page of Wands may be announcing a new job opportunity or a promotion, or he may be heralding the impending birth of a child, especially if the Ace of Cups also appears in the spread. Expect an invitation or an opportunity. The Page of Wands eagerly shouts out this message to you. It's time to use your imagination and your determination to achieve your goals of success. Now, Divine Feminines, I feel that is a message from the Divine Masculines to you. The Page of Wands, no, that's not what, okay, yes. The Page of Wands eagerly shouts out this message to you, Divine Feminine. It's time to use your imagination and your determination to achieve your goals of success. Awesome. So it's like they are getting the messages through. They are able to communicate. Well, the outcome here is the moon energy. Okay, so you can see the wolves. I know what's underneath it. It's the King of all the fire and the passion. The King of Wands. This is your block. Okay, you're wanting to be happy. That's what I felt with the Page of Wands, is that there was this energy of you wanting to be happy. As a teenager, you thought you'd be happy. Okay, well, let's have a look at this. This is the outcome energy. The moon. Card number 18. The moon comes in between the star and the sun. The star being the Divine Feminine, the sun energy being the Divine Masculine, and we've got the moon. We're just going to read the meaning. This is the card of the crone goddess, waning moon, magic, intuition and illusions. It may also represent a development of psychic powers. When this card appears in a reading, it reveals that people and situations are not always as they appear. The moonlight can be deceptive. What looks one way during the day may appear completely different under the shifting light of the moon. You need to look carefully at what you think you see. Call on your guides, totems and hecate to see past the fog and to recognise the truth. Use your psychic gifts and trust your intuition. Work magic with hecate now to see through any illusions and for the gifts of foresight, wisdom and protection. Very important message for you today, Divine Masculine. Underneath, here you are with passion and purpose. If you can just, it's like if you can just witness what the blocks are, you know what the blocks are. King of Wands. Outcome. Do you want to hear about a handsome middle-aged man with Titan-coloured hair? Sits on a golden throne. His pale blue eyes are direct and he is just smiling. He is just smiling. He is smiling just a bit. The King of Wands is leaning towards you, full of enthusiasm, energy and generosity. He is interested and wants to be part of your plans and goals. To take on the guidance that they gave to the Divine Feminine. What the Page of Wands, he's the messenger. He sends them out the messages for the King of Wands. The King of Wands is leaning towards you, full of enthusiasm, energy, and generosity. He is interested and wants to be part of your plans and goals. The King of Wands wears a regal red tunic with a golden rampart lion on the chest. Need to focus. In heraldry, the lion represents royalty, courage and power. His cape is exquisite, as befits a king, and in flame colours. His crown is large, golden and inset with rubies. In crystal magic, rubies are used to sharpen the mind and intensify awareness. Around his chest drapes a livery collar or chain of office, also made up of the solar gold and set with rubies. In his right hand he holds a tall blooming hawthorn wand. Red streamers trail down from the wand. In the background the sky is bright yellow and red, as if the sun is rising, showing all of the fresh possibilities of the new day. This particular king rules with authority, passion, honesty, integrity and generosity. As correctly depicted in this card, the king has a hard time staying on his golden lion throne. He is a man of action and is at his best when he is thinking on his feet and in the thick of things. Meanings: when the King of Wands turns up in a reading, watch for a fair fire sign man, a businessman, a leader, a mover and a shaker. He is outgoing, direct, charming and confident. This is the man who can do it all, a super dad. He has a successful career coaching his kids. He has a successful career coaching his kids' little league team and keeps his marriage vital as all the time. Let's read what you are in the King of Wands energy: a businessman, a leader, a mover and a shaker. He is outgoing, direct, charming and confident. This is the man who can do it all, a super dad. He has a successful career, coaches his kids' little league team and keeps his marriage vital all at the same time. This man is happiest when he is involved in many activities all at once. He is faithful, dependable and passionate, and if he gets frustrated or annoyed, He may have to work hard to hold on to his temper. This card also represents creative expression and the championing of another's ideas and dreams. You may find that an investor or partner for your future venture is much closer than you think, or that you yourself may be the energetic supporter of another. What do you think, Divine Masculine? Do you think of yourself as maybe being that energetic supporter of another, of your Divine Feminine? Creativity and artistic talents are at an all-time high. The lesson of the King of Wands is that energy and enthusiasm will help you achieve your artistic and creative goals. Be generous and supportive to the people in your life. Okay. Keywords is a fire sign man, a super dad, a mover and a shaker, a person who is charming, outgoing, energetic and generous, mentoring another, enthusiasm, artistic expression and creativity. What happened to the voice? It's gone. Reading's done. Well, we've got the Oracle. That'll be interesting, won't it? So, shall we go to a Chakra Wisdom Oracle card first? Bittersweet. Okay, so it's coming from the throat chakra, and it's about find your way. It's about find your way. It's about finding your way of expressing yourself. Find your way of expressing yourself. Bittersweet. Overall impression, communication. The key words is truth, communication, loyalty, serenity, faith, spirituality, creativity and expression. Blue November. A window is opened as a door gently closes. The legend. We celebrate in the midst of grief. The celebration has been planned for the birthday child. We cannot tell the child that our hearts are not joyous. If merriment rules in our home this day, so does sorrow that a child cannot see. God bless you, departed friend. God bless you, birthday child. The inspiration. The passing of all things is inevitable. Whatever is happening may require release. This card could also represent unexpected news. The personal inquiry. Parents often make difficult decisions not supported by their children. Can I see the strength in the choices of others? Key ideas. Hidden blessings. Celebration tempered by sadness. Protecting someone. Ability to honour others and new horizons. The keywords. Poignancy, release and maturity. The meditation. Imagine stepping into a dark hallway. As you enter, the door behind you shuts. You may feel panic. After a few moments, you hear laughter down the hall. You recognise the voices. A door opens. You have reached your destination. You enter the party and the guests toast you. Your friend puts their arm around you. The hallway to the light isn't an easy place to be. The hallway to the light isn't an easy place to be. Divine Masculine. Let's have a look at the secret language of colour. Brilliance. Discover your sparkle. Let it shine. 26. Oh, it's not in the book, so it's for you to discover. If we go from being a pearl, card number 25 to 31, green. Brilliance. Discover your sparkle. Let's get another card. Peach. Inhale a breath of life. Card number 19. Peach releases stress and tension from your body, softening all hardness and dissolving any density, especially in the lungs and chest. It also brings gentleness, kindness and friendliness into your life, opening you to new possibilities and assisting you to attract prosperity. Allow peach-coloured sparks to cleanse away any stuckness and rejuvenate your lungs. A breath of life. Rub your hands together, then move them slightly apart. Focus on the tingling energy that is moving through your hands, imagining sparks of peach coming out of them. Place your hands on your chest and allow these peach-coloured sparks to penetrate your chest and lungs, awakening any stuck energy and releasing stagnation. After a few minutes, hold your right hand above your chest, moving it around in a clockwise direction. Do this for 2 minutes while focusing on taking slow, deep breaths. As you breathe out, allow all the tension in your lungs and throat to release. When you breathe in, visualize vibrant, healing peach rays regenerating your lungs. Now focus on what you love in your life already and what you would love to experience more of. Visualize receiving this increase of joy in your life. Say, I am now able to fully embrace all the wonderful experiences my life has to offer with joy, ease, and love. Beautiful message there. Okay, let's finish this reading with a sacred spirit reading card. Okay. So, Divine Masculine, this reading was very much for you guys. And we have lead the way, light your own path. I sound like quite aggressively. Light your own path. Light your own way. It says lead your way. Light your own path. Okay. Listen to yourself. Light your own path. The faithful deer is a creature of deep sensitivity. With heightened senses and a strong fight or flight response, the deer is always alert to the environment around them. Their swiftness in response to potential threats allow them to escape any danger by running away at the slightest indication. This sensitivity and readiness of the deer requires a symbiotic relationship of trust of the physical senses. We are conditioned through various stages of life to behave and act a certain way, to please family, teachers, work colleagues and friends, and allowing others to dictate terms to our emotional well-being. Now is the time to ask yourself what it is that you truly want or need in your life right now. Previously, you may have been or appeared naive and innocent. This has created, let's get that word out. This has created it's created vulnerable situations where you have not been able to fully comprehend your environment or the true intentions of others. In life, facing potential threats or confrontations is necessary and something we can't always avoid. Like the deer, you may instinctively react, choosing to run away from your problems. However, this will not help this situation improve. Right now, you are being encouraged to connect strongly to your base instincts. What does your gut tell you about this situation? Be alert. Currently, personality conflicts are strong and have the potential to cause emotional distress. You must decide how you choose your approach. Do you need to face this person, or can you remove yourself from the situation peacefully? Like the deer totem, you may need to hold a torch for others to be guided down positive paths or in a direction that was previously hidden. It is important to assist others when they do not have a light to guide them. Instinctively, you must learn to accept the changes in life and run peacefully with the flow of the universe. Great guidance here for you, Divine Masculine, because it is important that you assist others when they do not have a light to guide them. Okay. The shadow aspect. Authoritarian, is that how you say it? Approaches. It's like the emperor approaches. Unable to share knowledge and avoiding conflict. The sacred crystal is a super 7. Archangel assistance is Archangel Nathaniel, determination, willpower and perseverance. And let's leave your reading with this affirmation. I choose my own way forward. I am a guiding light. Do what's good for you, Divine Masculine. That's all that's being asked. That's all that's being asked. Asked. Do what's good for you. Guys, I'll catch up with you all soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.